I've been a writer ever since I wrote my first high school column and immediately got sent to the principal's office. So over the years, I went in from just being a regular part-time writer. I was in the music business for a long time. And I got to the point where I was doing national work. I've been paid as much as $10,000 for a 3-word slogan that was used by Authentic Fitness and Speedo on 40-foot billboards. After a while, I was doing a lot of corporate work too for investment groups, and I found that it was very boring. And I was being paid very well, but I wasn't really enjoying it. And I've always been into science fiction and fantasy. I mean, I go back to the days of Tom Swift and Buck Rogers. And so and I'm an avid reader. I have thousands and I buy hardcovers of books. And so I started trying to apply some of my writing there. I came up with a series called the Lightriders. And I wrote a 30-page synopsis, a treatment, and I took it to my attorney, who's also an agent. And he said, "This is great." He says, "All you have to need is add some dialogue and you get a screenplay." And I said, "Well, I don't write screenplays. I want to write a novel." So I went home and I thought about it, and I took the Lightwriter concept. I took one wall of my studio as a whiteboard. So what I did is I took all my clients off there and I created these star charts. And all of the planets, where the good guys were, where the bad guys were, the Lightwriter, everything, the trade routes, where the evil villains were, and I created this entire universe. So as I started writing it, I had a reference, a visual reference. I got rid of a lot of the books that I had that were not related to it and started collecting books on the making of Star Wars and the making of, I was working on Mattel Toys for a while too, and I was working on action figures with AcMag and cryo prisons before Sylvester Stallone came out with his movie. And again, this gave me more background to start to develop the series. I started to develop a book, and the first book is called True Light. And it's, I'm not going to say it's Harry Potter meets Star Wars. Everybody probably says that. But it is a very fanciful fantasy kind of future based on, we all have some magic in our genes. It just hasn't genetically evolved yet. So this is a future in which magic, what we consider magic today, is science of tomorrow. And so I've applied that to ships and to just everything. Unlike Harry Potter with their wands. When you're a kid, you get a little wand, and they're bioengineered. Everything. I went to a bioengineering firm and spent a couple days with them to learn more about bioengineering. So when you're a little kid, you get a wand that is grown for you, and as you grow older, the wand grows with you. It becomes a symbiote. So when you're older, it's a scepter, and by the time you're an old person, it's a walking staff. And so these kinds of things are all a part of the Lightwriter philosophy. As I started developing True Light, my hero's father is killed on a space station, and everybody thinks he did it, the good guys, the bad guys, and he finds out he's going to be the true light. I needed to do a whole bunch of different things with characters. I couldn't have another Voldemort, another could not be named, so I created the Demon Wielder. Demon Wielder is imprisoned, and it can't get out of the jail, out of its prison, but it can motivate other races to do things on its behest. So every book, there's a different alien species that our hero has to deal with. Still behind the scenes is my Demon Wielder. So I found a way of modernizing and coming up with something. So now I've got to the point where I developed 9 books. 2 are finished. True Light, Nexus of Swords. My agent has them now. He liked them to the point where he asked me to put together a story Bible. So I have a lot of information on my website, so I said this is going to be easy. So now I'm at the point where I'm creating all the information where it can be turned into a transmedia property. That is something that will not only work as novels, could easily be a series of comic books, graphic novels. True Light breaks down very simply into 6 comic books. It could be a very lush graphic novel. And just everything I did with it I didn't do it intentionally. Robert Matheson once said, every book he writes it if it's going to become a movie. Really wasn't doing that, but it kind of worked out that way a little bit, and to the point now where I can see a whole series of Lightrider novels. So I'm just waiting to see what my agent's going to do with it. He's waiting for this Bible, if you will, in order to go out. He's got some people that are interested in transmedia property, and I'm excited to see what if he can make it happen.